Hey, welcome to another video where I'm talking about the income that I've made with my printmaking and my prints. First, for context, let me introduce myself for a bit and you'll understand a bit of why I'm doing this. My name is Angelica and I have studied illustration at art school many years ago, but I am now a full-time wedding photographer, and graduating art school was really hard. I failed like twice. It was a bit of a trauma, and I don't really say that lightly. It really was, maybe really insecure, and I didn't really do anything with illustration anymore. But at the art school, I always felt like I had something for printmaking. I really loved doing it, but I hadn't done it enough. And fast forward to me going to the monthly evenings at our local printmaking studio. They have like this monthly evening where you just can come in and try out and experiment things for really cheap. And that made me fall in love with printmaking all over again. It was a very important moment for me, and now I do work at the printmaking studio as a volunteer and as a content creator for just a bare minimum hours. So that's how I got into printmaking again. And because I do a lot of printmaking, I have a lot of prints, because it's the whole point of printmaking is like producing amounts of prints. And I just really love the techniques. I'm the lino cuts, dry needle etching. Especially last year, I really got into reso printing. And now I have my own web shop since a few years, and I sometimes sell my prints at a market. And the reason I'm telling you this is because in the future I would love to do a 50-50 kind of income, so 50% photography, 50% illustration. I just thought that was important to mention. That is my background, and I make like simple, colorful, botanical prints. I came from art school, there's just beaten into me that you had to be like conceptual and art had to have a meaning and stuff. And I realized I rather make simple things with plants and birds and flowers and stuff. And sometimes people like to buy that. And so that's where I'm at now. In the future, I would like to do more like commissions and stuff, but let's focus on the printmaking and selling that for now. This year, I've sold a lot more prints than last year. I forgot the amount of prints that I made last year, but this year I've sold around 115 prints and 42 orders from my own web shop. And I've sold 27 prints at the market. I only did one market this year. And they're basically almost all reso prints. And reso printing is something I got into last year a lot. And yeah, it's quite popular. I think it's also because it's a colorful technique. It has really bright colors. And it's very cheap. Not very cheap, but you cannot really ask a really high price for reso print because it's not a handmade print. It's still printed by a machine. It is a lot of work, but I'll come back to that later. My most popular prints were the Puffin Lighthouse reso prints, an A5 size. I think I sold around 25 in total, which is quite a lot. They are also really annoying to print. I sold 11 reso prints with the red puppy, and the girl reading a book. And I've sold 8 calendars. I made a calendar, birthday calendar, because I just wanted one myself and decided to make them and sell them. I've sold 8, which is very nice. The wildflowers in a vase reso prints. I've sold around 6. Oh, and my Japan reso prints were also quite popular. And the card set with Puffin postcards, but they were just printed by like another company. Let's get into the numbers. The money I made. Well, my turnover in 2024 was €917.82. And last year, it was €2,151.85, which is like more than double, which is amazing. But then look at the costs. The costs were so high, so I almost made the same amount of money as in 2024. Because the costs were so high. I did really spend a lot of time and dedication to the web shop and my prints last year, because I really wanted to go big. I really wanted to sell more, and that really worked because I sold so many more prints, and I also raised my prices for a bit. So you can see that in the price, but the costs are so high. And why? Well, let me tell you. And the biggest cost is the printmaking cost. And with printmaking, I mean mostly reso printing. And because I'm volunteering at the printmaking studio, I don't pay like rent. Usually you also pay to rent a place in the printmaking studio. Yeah, it's not really a big amount of money that they ask, but if you're there every week, of course it will add up. Paying €495 for mostly resale printing, but also things like ink, etching paper, that kind of stuff. But I think it was almost all resale printing. Because resale printing, if you're not familiar, it's like a big stencil machine. It looks like a copy machine. It's from Japan. It has these really big ink drums. They have amazing colors like neon pink and stuff like that. It's amazing. But it's also very expensive because you have to pay for every master you make, and a master is the stencil it makes, and it makes a stencil for every color. So you're just not like printing it like a regular printer, just sending it to your computer and just it prints out one image. No, it's like you have to build up the image by color. Because with that, you also have to line up every image perfectly, and that often goes wrong, and that means you have to throw it away. So many misprints with visual printing, making it even more expensive. My puffin print, my most popular print, for example, has these really small lines, and they have to add up perfectly. Otherwise, it will give you a headache looking at it. And I think I threw away, like, I sold 25. I've definitely thrown away like 50 prints or more. So yeah, at this point, I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna reprint it. It's not worth it, but just a little heads up. Then I also have printing costs, which was like things like visa prints, postcards getting printed, business cards, stickers, that kind of thing. Workshops, I did like one workshop for a birthday announcement card, birth announcement card, that I never really finished, and I never got a commission for that in any way. So, but shipping materials is a big one, €235. I did a big haul of like cardboard boxes and stuff, envelopes, that kind of thing, plastic sleeves for the prints, printing labels. Yeah, something I really needed because I sent out quite a lot of prints. And shipping. For the turnover, the shipping is also included in that turnover, so I also have to extract it. So that's €193, and then €164 in the markets. I do like one market. It's organized by the printmaking studio where I also work, and this is like a brokerage that they ask. So I sell an amount of prints, and then 25% of that is going to the printmaking studio. Yeah, so lots of costs. And I think some are like unavoidable, like the shipping materials. I need those. And the printmaking, I could have printed less. I'm now figuring out if I want to make designs with less colors, so they are less expensive to print, or simpler designs, or I'm not sure yet. But something has to happen because this is not sustainable, of course. But I also have so many prints left from last year. Overall, I am happy though. I mean, the costs were a lot, but I really like investing in good shipping materials because shipping the prints gives me a lot of anxiety. So I really wanted to be going right. So I really wanted to do it right. I don't want them to be damaged. And yeah, I made a lot of prints. I made so many resale prints, and yeah, that cost a lot of money, but I did really experiment last year. So I really think I made some work that's very important to me last year. And it was a great year of experimenting, and that costs a bit of money. But for me, that's all right. So last year, I really wanted to do more markets. I only did one. I really started productively, actively in like the first few months of the year. And then the weddings happened and my other job took over. And I lost a bit of motivation to really work for my printmaking, for my prints. And I didn't really apply to any markets. I think I applied to one, but they rejected me because they were like, I think, really well-known illustrators. And I'm not, I guess I'm not on their level, which is fine. And I'm still figuring out what I want to do this year. So a few things that I have in mind. One, raising my prices. I think a free-sized resale print is around €19 in my shop right now. Offline, they're like 25, but with the shipping costs, it's like €8. So I don't really feel comfortable asking €25 for a print, because then there will also be an €8 shipping cost on top of that, and then the print will be €33. I find that confusing and annoying because I'd rather ask €25 for my prints. I think they're worth that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but I am going to raise my prices. Resale prints or not, I am going to raise my prices. because it's not sustainable. I would like to do more markets, not sure which ones yet, but I will do markets. I would love to do a few more markets. Let's see what works and what not. I would love to have my prints in offline stores. I do sell them. I do sell 2 prints in the shop of the printmaking studio that I also work at, and they do get sold there. But there's like a 40% brokerage. And the puffin prints, I think I sold 9 through them, which is quite a lot. They only earn me like a few euros each. So yeah, that's not really worth the money. But it is good to get known, of course. I try to add a little business card to it now. So hopefully people will remember my name. I think that's also very good to get yourself known. And I'm thinking about looking into like Instagram ads, maybe do a sale. I don't really want to do a sale because my prices are already too low, but I might just raise my prices and then do a sale for a week or so. One thing I've also noticed is just I have the same public all the time, people from my Instagram, and I feel like I need to continuously make new prints so people will buy new stuff. But there are only just a few people that buy something, so I make a lot of prints and I keep just a lot of prints, and I cannot make new prints every month to just keep people satisfied. So I need to speak to a broader audience, and hopefully that will help with like maybe ads or something. Maybe some of you guys have advice about that. Most of all, it's such a huge passion of mine, and I am so happy when someone buys my prints. Even through YouTube, I've sent some to America and like Australia, I think New Zealand, which is very anxiety inducing, but also so lovely and so amazing. And I just love it when someone buys my print. It makes me so happy. And it's not about the money, it's just about the feeling that someone wants to buy my work. That's just worth everything to me. And I think that's the whole reason I'm doing this. And for next year, or this year, we're already in 2026, I am working on the webshop right now. I'm going to take better pictures, make the webshop better looking, more organized, to hopefully attract a bit more people, just have them to stay. It's a bit of a mess right now, and I really want to invest some time in that, taking new pictures and stuff, making a few new prints, and just see what works. And that's my story, I guess. Of course, I'm going to link my webshop in my description box, and you don't have to buy anything, but maybe you could have a look and see what you think about the prices and stuff. That is all. Yeah, for 2026, I want to make more prints, find my own style even more, and maybe get a commission. That would be lovely. I do sometimes get commissions, but they're a bit too vague, I guess. So it's fun to just discover what I've studied for. And I'm hoping to explore that more this year. Thanks for watching this rant, and let me know what you think.